As we all know by now, LiAngelo Ball was not drafted in the 2018 draft, and it appears, at least for the time being, that LaVar Ball's dream of having at least 2, if not all 3 of his kids with the Los Angeles Lakers is dwindling very fast. So Nice Kicks asked LiAngelo Ball, in regards to your basketball career, what options would you consider as a player? He's like, right now I'm taking it day by day. I'll be willing to play in the G League and get moved up. That's an option. I'm not going to play in the JBA.
No.
That is LaVar Ball's league. I feel like that's taking a step back for me. If I have to play in the G League, then that's what's going to be. I'm not running away from the work. Hasn't got a summer league invite as we shoot this. The JBA league, by the way, not drawing big crowds nowadays. They get a lot of live streamers, which is cool. Can we go back for just one moment? I think that said 5.9 in the top left. 5.9. So like they're having people watch, they're just not having people go. And we could cycle through these. My question is, what would you do if you were LiAngelo? You got to wait for a summer league invite, right? You don't play in your dad's league.
I would get better at basketball. Just to be in the, because it turns out that to be in the NBA, you have to be better at basketball than he is.
Oh wait, NBA players are.
They're good.
They're good.
At what?
Right. At basketball.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Fortnite.
That too.
Yeah, they are good at.
Probably
That too. It's a requirement.
That's the
Or if you're Giannis, you foreplay at night.
It depends. It depends what you like. He should try the G League. He can do this other league as long. What I like hearing out of him is I'm not running away from the work. He acknowledges what he needs to do.
Yep.
He seems like he's going to be dedicated to doing it. He has some manner of self-awareness as his family relates to the world outside his family, and I think he learned some big lessons.
I think that
some humbling
one of the main
lessons.
things,
lessons.
the main things he heard
go
was,
for it, man.
he said, "You hear how much the JBA is paying?" Number one.
Yeah.
Number
True.
2, I think he's beginning to maybe take a little more control over his life. I'm not saying he didn't before. I don't know, dude, but it seems like their
Now we
father.
follow each other on Twitter.
Yeah, it's true. Their father seemed to be kind of driving it no matter. You never heard from them what they want to do. You didn't hear from him if he wanted to leave UCLA. You just heard he left. You didn't hear if he wanted to go to Lithuania. He just went. So I was like, man. And right now, Lonzo is not as much of a commodity in the NBA because of their dad. That's the reports are saying. Again, I don't know that's for sure. But one of the reasons San Antonio may not want Lonzo is because of his dad. They don't deal with the same thing that Lakers have had to deal with in just 1 year. So maybe, who's the baby? What's his name? LaMelo. So it's one of those things where the baby of the family is learning from the older siblings' mistakes. Like I was in an advantageous position. I have 4 siblings and I learned from each of the mistakes they made and each of the successes they had. And I did the right things, didn't do the wrong things. So Melo is gonna, whatever the young cat is gonna be like, oh, Lonzo listened to him too much. LiAngelo listened to him a little bit less. I'm gonna listen to him not at all, and I'm gonna be the most successful one.
I went to middle school and followed like the development of a very similar family, but it was a football family, and there were decided differences between the 3, and it wasn't the same. It was the Clausens, right? So it's like Casey Clausen, Ricky Clausen, Jimmy Clausen. Yeah. And Jimmy Clausen was always much younger than me. I was the same age as Casey, but Casey was more laid back. Ricky was the one that was like super duper into it, and Jimmy was the one just kind of sitting there going like, I'll just play football. and Jimmy ended up having the most success because maybe of that approach to things and the ability, regardless, to learn from not one, but 2 previous siblings.
Yeah, and I don't know. It feels like now back to LiAngelo. He's like, I'm gonna do it this way. I'm not going to the JBA. That's not gonna work for me. And it maybe help his dad's business, but he's like, no, this is mine. I gotta do it my way now.
But don't you also think like he could possibly be thinking, dang, I'm no longer. The fact that he's not anywhere near having not even a little experience with college basketball, and then we're now talking JBA. Like at this point, I'm sure he's thinking like, man, I could have played college hoops. I could have also gotten education, a college experience, and because as far as like the competitive level, it's somewhat there.
Yeah.
With JBA.
Yeah, I could see that. And honestly, he's thinking I could have gone to Duke and got paid.
Yeah, seriously. Bottom 5 in attendance, and then we'll put a bow on this. The New Orleans Pelicans, the Charlotte Hornets, the Indiana Pacers, the Memphis Grizzlies, Brooklyn Nets, and last, the Atlanta Hawks. Any of these teams, you want to drive up attendance a little bit?
I was just gonna say, if many of you guys,
Do it.
if you're a GM, if you're in decision this, would you take LiAngelo? Just in a summer league team, even just to
Summer
give him a
league,
chance.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, for Summer League just to get
Why not?
ratings up.
Because
They're not gonna make. He's not gonna make the team.
Because so far
yeah.
no one has, and I wonder what's going on.
It depends if you see 1 or 2 spots that players currently have on your summer league roster that you think have 0 chance of making the team, and you don't believe in, and they're just a body. Then yeah,
Fair.
use them as a body.
I would I don't know how much it would actually drive up attendance. Just to see this guy not play. You know?
Well, it depends what kind of incentive they were to bring. What if he gives away like, some of his dad's shoes or his brother's shoes, or maybe he gets
Right,
tickets
give
to
away
something
that.
like.
Yeah, I think you could advertise the
There's
crap
so
out
much,
of it.
yeah.
I
Right.
agree. Alrighty, let us know your thoughts. Comment section. Subscribe to 2ID Sports. We will see you all very, very soon.